What up? It's what incredible man. Yes, I'm back at it again, and this is Kimetsu no Yaiba episode 24. And I want to kind of say a discussion and maybe possibly review because I'm not going to really review it until the ending part of the episode and the latter half of the episode, because that's where it really got more intertwined and where you could really review it. So let's get it, man. Yeah, it picked up right after last week's episode, and it dove right into everything about them getting healed and restored, and there was a bunch of comedy that I loved seeing, and being and seeing Zenitsu on screen is always fantastic, man. Zenitsu is my favorite character, and I love seeing him on screen because he just sells everything that he does, and it's absolutely fantastic. Then we got to see Murata again, the guy that we met on the mountain that Tanjiro saved, and seeing him again was nice. And then we kind of got his whole exposition of that. You know, they called me here to just review and go over everything that happened on the mountain, but I was so scared being in front of the Hashiras. I didn't know what to do. The Hashiras are scary. And then Shinobu walks in and he was like, "Hi, bye," and she was like, "Ah." But like before that, we saw the fire pillar leave and go out on a mission because some demon slayers were being killed, and some of the newer demon slayers, and they disobeyed orders and they were getting killed. So he was going out to find out what was going on, and he was talking to Shinobu, and they were assuming that maybe it's possibly one of the 12 demon moons because they were so strong and they've killed so many demon slayers already. So he went out to handle that, and Shinobu was wishing him good luck. But this whole episode was a nice transition type thing about them actually getting more training because they gotta level up, because what happened on the mountain can't happen again. So they gotta level up, and it was nice. It gave us a little bit of comedy to kind of space it out, to take away from such all the seriousness that was going on. So that was a nice different aspect to have. But because they gotta level up, because the demons are going to get stronger and there's going to be more of them, so these guys gotta level up and be stronger and be more prepared to take on these demons. So they're at Shinobu's house, and this is like a restoration training to get their bodies back limber and back in the momentum of them fighting demons, and expand everything of what they've already learned so they can be more prepared to take on these demons, because the demons are going to be a lot stronger and more combat ready than these other demons that they've taken on, and they're probably going to come in contact with some of the 12 demon moons. And that was nice about this episode. And I'll tell you guys every time, and I'll say it every time, Kimetsu no Yaiba, I can't talk, Kimetsu no Yaiba does like rest episodes and calm episodes so perfectly, because this is how you do this, man. This is how you make a restoration episode absolutely fantastic. I mean, for them to show us everything about them training and them having a nice little fun time, but it also being taken serious is such a great aspect, and that's what Kimetsu no Yaiba does very, very well. It shows that every time that they have like a resting period, it dwells on that in one episode to give them that. And even in this episode, there was a miniature time skip where it was 2 weeks ahead, like to show them how much they've trained and how much they continued with this restoration. Kimetsu no Yaiba does that perfectly, and that's what I love when we have these restoration episodes or healing episodes from when they come back from such a big major fight. They have to recuperate because their bodies are worn down and they're battered and bashed, so they have to heal themselves so they can go back out, and when they're fighting someone else stronger, they'll kind of know what to do and their bodies are a little more durable. That's what I love about Kimetsu no Yaiba. It sells all of that, and they done it in an episode, and it wasn't boring. It didn't feel out of place. It felt like it was right in the timeline of everything that happened, and it meshed so well together with everything that already previously happened. I love that, and Kimetsu no Yaiba does that fantastic. So let's get right into it, man. So then we have everyone going to the restoration training. It ended up being Tanjiro and Inosuke first, because that Zenitsu wasn't quite ready to go, but then he finally got ready to go, and he was wondering, why are you guys coming in here so miserable every day? You acting like it's so bad. Tell me what's going on. So then when he gets there and he finds out exactly what's going on, he pulls these guys to the side. This is not, you guys are selling this all wrong. You're being surrounded by beauties all day, and they're touching on you and rubbing you, and you get to splash stuff. No, this is not. Why are you guys making it seem like it's so miserable? And it's not. And I love Zenitsu for that, because he sold that perfectly, man. He's that character that, he's so obsessed with the women. And we also kind of find out that he's kind of got a thing for Shinobu as well. And they showed a flashback like how she treated the other demon slayers that were turned already fully into spiders. And I love the fact that he was like, her eyes are so pretty, but they look so sad, but her voice is so sweet and gentle and everything. So I love that they can show that aspect, because when I first introduced to Shinobu, I thought she was a cool character, but I felt like she was, I guess because, she was all over Nezuko and was like, well, let's kill Nezuko. And, I wasn't down for that at all. But finding out more about her backstory and more about her as a character in this episode, and how she treats all of the demon slayers and how she feels for them and with compassion and everything, I love Shinobu, man. I think Shinobu's a great character, and I love to see more and find out more about her backstory, because this episode gave me enough to where I can finally get behind her as a character, and I love that, and I'm definitely behind her 100%. I love Shinobu now. But like I was saying, we get there, and they're going through the whole restoration training process, and Zenitsu's the only one that took advantage of it. Like, they were pulling him and stretching him and everything. He was like, he was just having a good time with it. I miss Zenitsu not being on screen, and I love having him back on screen, and I love seeing him do everything that he does. And like when they came into the part to where like they had to grab the tea and cover it and splash it on the other person, he was like, I can't splash a woman. Oh, dude, I love Zenitsu, man. Dude is like, Zenitsu's that Sanji character that he has that, he's all about the women, and he doesn't do anything to women, but he brings such a joy on camera every time. Oh, it's raining. What else happened? Oh, then we come in contact and find out, like, when he grabs the other chick, like the other chick that's at Shinobu's place, the one that's leading the healing restoration process and everything, when they had to play tag and he grabs her, she just knocks him and beats him up. He's like, I lost the game. I won the game, but I lost the war, because he's beaten up and swollen. And then they constantly try to take on the other chick. I can't remember her name. Anyway, they try to take on the other chick that's trained directly under Shinobu, and she is like levels above them, and she's like mollywopping them. And then Zenitsu and Inosuke was like, you know what, I had enough. And then Tanjiro kept going until the three sisters, or the three triplets or whatever, they told him, well, you can't give up, Tanjiro, son, you have to train. And they told him that the Hashiras and this other chick, they have they done their breathing their breathing all day, morning, noon, and night. They do that all day. Dude, that is hardcore. Imagine how strong their lungs are, for one. And that's why they can move so fast and cut through stuff. That's how Giyu was able to cut through Ryu and the super strong spider dude on the mountain, because like they're constantly going through their breathing techniques all day long. And then they also showed him that where he had to do in a breathing gourd, and that all of the Hashiras and everything, they pretty much went through it, but the girl, she started out breathing in those too, but then she came up to a one that was gigantic, man. So I love that, and I love that we're getting like a mini training montage and everything that's going on. And then we get to the point to where we find out Shinobu's sister's history and her history as well, and how she feels towards demons. And her and Tanjiro have a nice heart-to-heart and connection, and I found that absolutely beautiful, man. And we found out what happened to her sister, and we find out why she feels the way she does about demons. And we find out that she's rooting for Tanjiro and Nezuko, and she wants Tanjiro to bridge the gap between demons and humans, to hopefully that they can find like a coexistence type thing. Dude, that is next level. I don't know if anybody else found that, like, that kind of thing. That is next level for her to feel that type of way, even though, like, you can still tell she feel anger, but for her to feel that type of way after a demon killed her sister, and she can't do that and bridge that gap, but she's rooting for Tanjiro to do that. That is hardcore, man, and that's why Kimetsu no Yaiba is absolutely fantastic, man. Yeah, this whole second half, like the whole first half and everything, and like right there in between, it was nice, hearty, and fun and light. But then that last half is when it got deep, man. You got to the emotion, you got to the trauma, you got to everything, and you found out some stuff, man. And we got to know more about Shinobu, and that was absolutely fantastic, man. So I'm super excited, and I love Kimetsu no Yaiba, man. And I'm definitely thinking after all this is over, I'm definitely gonna read the manga. But this is your Winning Incredible, man. Don't forget to smash the like button until you can't smash it anymore. Comment down below, and I'll be sure to respond to each and every one of them. And subscribe, but only if you really want to, man. And remember that anime matters, anime is greatness, and anime is life, man. Peace out.